Hey guys, it is Spooky Noodles. I am coming with you with an awesome book review. First I want to say that it took me a little while to finish this book. I want to say 3 weeks maybe. And that's because it's a little longer. Not that long of a book, but it took me a while. I read a little bit of the Afterword also, and it was a great book, and that's Within the Woods by Tony Urban. And this scene at the end, well, scene doesn't really actually happen, but it should have 3 kids instead of 4 kids, and there's actually a total of 5 kids in the book. So the cover doesn't do the book it looks cool, but it doesn't do the book justice. And I give this book a solid 4 stars. I really like this book. It's going in my top 10 for sure. I have to let it digest a little bit, but it could possibly be a top 5er for now. It was really good. You got characters like Shane, which is my favorite character, Garrett, who would be my second favorite character, Ray. Honestly, they're all good characters, but Ray and Lynn and Jose. Those are the 5 boys in the story, the 5 friends. And Garrett is a slightly chubby, insecure, and boy. He loves his abusive father, even though his abusive father doesn't deserve the love. And Shane is kind of a cool kid. He sells nude magazines to kids. His parents own a pharmacy, and he gets them for free, so he sells them and wheels and deals them for money. Ray is kind of I relate to Ray a lot because he was the dirty kid, and he was kind of poor, and his family lived in like a bad place, kinda. I also relate to Garrett because he lived in a trailer park, and I never lived in a trailer park, but I always lived kind of in the bad places. So then you got Lynn, who was kind of a smart mouth. He was always cussing a lot, and it was yammering, and it was really cool. Then Jose is kind of the churchy kid, very religious, and just this group of friends all had a character, and he did a really good job creating these characters. I enjoyed them a lot. Shane being my favorite, Garrett being my second, but after that, it's just like I like them all equally. Like maybe I like Ray a little better than Lynn. But Jose and his relationship to his sister, I find really cute. It reminds me kind of me and my sister when we were younger. So it was really a cool little thing. I enjoyed the monster. The monster was a this worm-like creature that never really gets, they never understand the monster, whether it's an alien or if it's a swamp monster or what the monster exactly is. But and there's even a scene where the monsters are doing some weird shit, and they're like, what are they doing? And they're like, beats me. And the author never, they never figure out what that scene even was. This book has a lot of gross imagery, which I personally like. I'm one for grossness. Let me first start off with my copy might be a damaged copy. By what I mean by that is that it's not well put together at all. There's like quotations in the wrong place. There's missing quotations. Italicis is missing. Thought bubbles, like thoughts, are quoted for some reason. You have no indents in any of the paragraphs. No indents in any of the paragraphs. There would be missing letters from words, but I didn't want to send this book back because I was so interested in this story. And I think that's pretty awesome. I just think I got a broken copy. If I don't know, for a lack of a better word, I just got a bad copy, and I doubt all the books are like this one. But that doesn't knock the story at all, because the story was brilliant. I loved it so much. I love these coming of age stories, and I'm glad I picked this one up when I did. Within the Woods by Tony Urban. There's one scene I want to talk about. It's not really giving anything away because it happens right in the get-go of the book. I wish we had more. I mean, this book is long, so there wasn't really much time to talk about other characters, but Garrett's brother Harrison goes missing, and basically he comes back weird. He sees a bright light in the sky, and he turns into a worm-like monster. That's not spoiling anything because it happens literally in the beginning of the book. I hope that's not spoiling anything. I didn't even read the back to you guys. I'm still getting good at these. Getting okay with these reviews, or I'm getting better is what I'm trying to say. So let me read the back for you guys. Something is lurking in the woods, within the woods. For 12-year-old Garrett and his 4 best friends, this summer is supposed to be unforgettable. Games at the carnival, riding bikes on back roads, renting movies to watch in their clubhouse. But as close to perfect as life could be until Garrett's older brother vanishes. And then things get really weird. Something is wrong with Sallow Creek, Pennsylvania. Something is changing their neighbors, infecting their families. Something is coming for them. From #1 best-selling horror author Tony Urban comes a novel about the horrors of growing up. This book was so awesome, guys. I already said that. 4 stars. If I did half stars, this is really close to getting a half. Like, I don't do half stars, and when I do half stars, I round it up to a 5-star. And this book is so close to being a 5-star read. I guess I don't know what's stopping me from making it a 4. Like, I don't know what it was missing. But it reminded me a lot. Like, the book's totally different than the October Boys, but they both were like missing that one thing, and I don't know what it is to make it a 5-star read. It was so good though. It was so good. I enjoyed it a lot. The gross scenes didn't bother me. Well, they did bother me a little bit, but they didn't like totally gross me out to the point where I had to put the book down. It was gross, don't get me wrong, but I enjoyed the gross scenes. Very grotesque. It was mostly like talks of like oozing slime looking like diarrhea. It was like that. So if you're not a big fan of that kind of I don't want to say immature, but it is all taken from the perspective of kids. So of course the first thing they're gonna think of is, this stuff looks like diarrhea. They're not gonna describe it as brown sludge. I don't know. Maybe I'm just nitpicking. I don't know. But or the opposite of nitpicking. I don't know. But Within the Woods by Tony Urban, great book. I suggest, if you're into coming of age and horror books, I suggest picking this one up. It's definitely a good read, and it's worth your time. I'm dying. I'm turning into a worm creature. Ah. Yeah, like I said, the monster is totally awesome, and I love the weakness of the monster. I would have never thought about that, as being a weakness, but it works so well. I like the little pizza joint they go to and hang out at. It reminded me of one of my stories I wrote, Trunk or Treat. The kids in the Trunk or Treat are a lot like the kids in this book. So, a little plug there, trying to get my own work watched or listened to, or read. But that's Within the Woods by Tony Urban. I destroyed this book. Like, there's no fixing it. There we go. Tony Urban's Within the Woods. And that's all I got for you. This was a quick review. I'm on to my next book. I hope you guys had a great day and a spooky night. And I will see you in the next video. Oh, Lula decided to make an entrance. Hey, Lula. Oh, it's a good girl. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye, guys.
Now I am become death, the destroyer of